Hello, my name is Brittany. I'm the dorky yarn lady. I'm sorry for the way I look. I just woke up not too long ago and I'm still trying to caffeinate. Um, so I'm sorry I haven't been here and posting on YouTube for a while. I will talk about that in a little bit, but first I thought I'd do some life updates and then talk about why I haven't been around. And I'm going to try to do this in one shot so I don't have to try to edit the video or anything just because I'm whatever. I'm on my phone and I just don't feel like trying to put together a video. So life updates. Trying to make sure this house gets fixed. There were several things that had to be done, and with the help of my boyfriend's parents, we were able to get everything fixed, or almost everything, get the major things fixed. So we got the basement, the foundation taken care of. The basement is, since it's an old house, we got half basement, half a wall, and then dirt, so we got a vapor barrier, so we don't have to worry about that. And then we needed to do electricity because it was old knob and tube wiring, which is so old that most companies hadn't even heard of it, and the company that we did have for it, they were like, wow, we hadn't seen this in a long time, and it cost a little extra to get it done because it was so unsafe. And then we had to get, before the electricity could come in, we had to get the insulation taken out, re-put in. That was a nightmare to deal with. So then we got our electricity fixed, and then we needed, plumbing, because our pipes were so bad that one of the pipes, they cut through it, and it was so blocked off with dirt, and there's a walnut in there, and it was so bad that nothing was getting through. So we were having water come up into our tub, and our sink wasn't draining, also because the sink, the bendy part, the upper part where it went to was too high, and the water was making me sick. So we had to make sure to get that done and taken care of. And then we needed new windows because our windows weren't that great. And the people that we chose to do our windows, 3 times they messed up on one window, and so we had to wait nearly 2 months for it to get fixed. So in our kitchen, we got 2 smaller windows that open side to side. For some reason, one of the windows they ordered was up and down. They messed up on it 3 times. So they're like, oh, we're so sorry, we'll fix it. And then the guys who were putting the windows in, one of them showed me in his text messages, we told them, we circled what one we want, and it was a mess. And they also, so with plumbing in the bathroom, they left a big hole because they're like, we don't take care of that. We don't cover up if we cut into your wall. Okay, whatever. So we had someone take care of that. And then they also put in a floating sink because the bathroom's so small, my knees would hit the cabinet every time I would go use the restroom. So we got a floating sink put in there. It's a lot more comfortable in there. I'm probably missing stuff because there's a bunch of stuff done. So, and then we got a dishwasher because this place didn't come with one. We got a dishwasher. We needed the cabinets removed, and the electricity guy to plug in the dishwasher plugged it straight hardwired it into our electricity. And I'm like, but I wanted an outlet, it's safety, but okay, that's now a thing, I guess. But the guy, I know dishwashers aren't incredibly heavy, but I don't think I could lift one up. He just walked, the dishwasher was in the living room, just picked it up and walked it into the kitchen, okay, it fits. But for over a week, we had to wait for the people to tear out cabinets to put in, and then they had to drill a hole to get, because we had to make sure the plumbers left a special little spout to go over to plug into the dishwasher. So yeah, it's been kind of a nightmare. That took longer than it should have to do all of that. But so as far as I can tell, the main stuff has been taken care of in the house. We don't have to worry about that anymore. We have like minor things like the porch, because they put all their old porch, they put all the windows in one spot in front of the porch, and now I can't walk on there. I'm afraid I'm gonna break the porch walking through there. And so the porch needs to be replaced, but we are not going to worry about that anytime soon. And we have to worry about the trees because some of them are touching the house and some of them are like basically weeds. We cut down like smaller trees. We borrowed a saw from the neighbor, cut down a tree, and then a week later it's little sproutlets growing around it. It's like great. So we have to worry about the trees, but not now. Right now, we're trying to take a breather from everything. Okay, so house stuff, now work. I don't remember the last time I posted on here. I could go back and look. Earlier in the year, I went from working one job. I quit there, started working on another job, and I just quit that job like last week because working there, it was a great company to work for. If I ever had an issue with a client and I needed to say, hey, I don't want to work with this client anymore and work with another client, great. That happened pretty much within weeks, like within a week of, hey, I don't like this client, sometimes the same week, sometimes a week later, depending. And they're really great about that. But then something happened and I just like, nope, I can't work for this place anymore. So I quit. Unlike the first place where I was like, I need a new client, and they're like, no, and didn't do anything. So I have a job interview next week. I'm searching for jobs again. And I've been out of work for over a week. Like I had COVID. Yeah, I had COVID for a week and was out of work for a week. And then I went back to work. Some goofy stuff happened, and then I was out of work for one day. It's confusing. Long story short, I'm not working for that company anymore, and I'm not going to talk about why I officially quit. Let's just say I just really annoyed. Okay, now that that's out of the way, the real reason why I haven't been posting is because I have started doing markets. I'm surprised. So, yes, I have been doing markets, and I've done 3 so far, and I meant to be like, market prepping videos, but that requires editing, and I'm like, I don't want to do that. So, the first market I did it was okay. It was my first market, so I knew I wasn't going to do great. I only made like $17, and I sold some scrunchies, and I sold a bracelet, and the booth fee was $35. And then the second market I did, the booth fee was $60, and I made like $15 more than that, and I sold like a bucket hat and a top, and I think those like a few other things, like I think a couple of purses. And then the third market I did was, originally I was only supposed to do it on a Saturday, but then the person who was hosting the market like, oh, hey, how'd you do? I'm like, oh, I didn't sell anything. And she's like, oh, do you want to come back tomorrow? And I'm like, yes. And it didn't cost me any extra, and I made $90, and the booth fee there was $60. I made $90. I was like, yes. I knew realistically doing my first few markets, especially, I wouldn't do great just because I am learning. I have ADHD, so my table looks so weird, and I have like a clothing rack. So it's hard, a little bit for some people. But I did sign up for their market in December. And so, yes, I have 2 markets in December now. So I'm so excited. I'm really enjoying it. It is quite stressful. I was hopeful, I'm going to do so well, I can quit my job and do this. Realistically, I knew that it was going to take some time for business to start going. And so I have a market this Saturday, which is what all of this is about. I'm on a tub, 2 tubs behind me, stuff in my lap to talk about. So yeah, I wanted to talk about some things that I have made for the market. I'm not going to show everything. It would take hours, so I'm not going to do that. So I wanted to talk about some things that I made, some things in my area, because I live in Portland, Oregon, that sold well, and some things I made that I was hoping that would sell well, but didn't sell at all. People were like, ooh, looking at it, but they didn't buy it, and I get it. So I had another one of these in a different color. Maybe I left it behind. So the first thing I made, and I made a few of these in hopes that it would sell, but it didn't sell. The Peekaboo Tops by Passionate Kelsey. I purchased the pattern, and I made different ones in different sizes and different colors. None of them sold. I was hoping because it's super cute, and I have a mannequin now, like a clothing mannequin that is like mannequin in the front, nothing in the back. I even put one of those on there, and it didn't sell, and I'm a little bummed about that. Something else that I made that I was hoping would sell: crop tops. Super cute. None of them sold. People looked at it, ooh, so cute. It could be pricing, it was during the summer, but it could just be, just a lot of things. Something else I made that I hope would sell: halter tops like this. One of the places I vended at was a Pride place, because I'm pan, and so and it was a great experience. I loved it, but I am pan, and I was able to vend at a Pride kind of like market, and I made a bunch of Pride stuff, and nothing sold. I had it. I'm a mess. I'm too tired. Oh, this is it. I made halter tops. I made more crop tops. Where'd it go? I made cropped tees, like t-shirts. I made scrunchies that none of it sold. And I made this. This was the one I was most proud of. I'm not a stuffy person. I'm more of a clothes and accessory kind of person, which is part of the reason why I probably don't sell a lot. It's because I think it's harder to sell clothes and accessories. But also, so many people make plushies. I'm not that great at making it. This one turned out pretty cool, though. I love the way it turned out. But yeah, that was just a little ramble. The plushie part of it is just so oversaturated that, it's hard to solve. In any case, so let's see. Some things that did sell that I don't have because I obviously sold: bags. Bags were pretty popular. I sold like 4. Okay, popular for me. I sold like 4 within the last couple of markets. 4 or 5 actually. I sold a star bag. I sold a granny square bag, and then I sold, so it's 3, cupcake bag purse, and that did, like, at this last market that I was at, I'm sorry, I'm still trying to wake up. The last market I had a cupcake purse that sold to a cupcake company. So cute. But another vendor who her theme is strawberries asked me to make her a strawberry bag. And so I did. And that was great. And so she actually took a few of my business cards so she could talk about, if somebody was like, oh, cute bag, where'd you get that? So she had a few of my business cards to hand out to people, which is great. Something that did sell really, really well: scrunchies. Like, the last market I did, someone bought like 4 scrunchies and curly cues. Velvet did really well. I did a Juicy Couture black sparkle, and that almost sold completely out. So yeah, so scrunchies, that did well. And so my next market this Saturday, I'm going back to the first place that I went to, And I found some things that I had made and some like tubs and drawers, and I'm like, more product. But now I have 3 tubs worth of stuff, and I need to like try to compact it into tubs, and that's what I'm supposed to be doing right now. But I'm like, I need to make a video. So some things that I have made in the past that I'm going to try to sell is a mesh sweater. There's actually 2 mesh sweaters. I put this out at my first one and my second one, and it didn't sell, but it's a vest and it has skulls. This one is a spider mambo pattern that I bought on Ravelry, and I'll talk about that person a few times because I've made some patterns by her and I just love them. Yeah, so anyways, some other things I have found, just like some scarves that I made, triangle scarves. I made this last year, hoping to sell. It's a leaves beret. More scarves, another scrunchie. I made this last year, and I'm like, I don't know what to do with it. It's not even my size. It's sleeves, so I'm going to see if I can try to sell it. I don't even know what kind of yarn it is. It was like a mystery kind of thing. So yeah. And then I made this, I don't remember, last year or the year before. It's a web top. See if I can try to sell that. And then I found this that I forgot that I had made. It is because Halloween's coming up, I made a few Halloween themed, oh, that's where that went to. Because Halloween's coming up, I made a few Halloween themed items. This one I already made, but I forgot that I made it. Skull cardigan. This one I made, and I'm trying to see if I can write a pattern for it, but it's a spider sweater. Spider web sweater, I should say. I did make a spider web poncho. And then I also made 2 things I made last year that I'm going to try to sell. Skull Christmas stocking, skull hat, both by Spider Bombo. And then the last thing I'm going to talk about that I made specifically for these couple upcoming markets. It is a coffin. I was thinking tombstone. That wasn't right. Coffin bag. I'll link this pattern down below and any other patterns that I can find. This one is a paid / there's a video for it, and then some paid patterns. So yeah, I have a lot to do today. I need to go through, check out what my inventory is. Then I need to try to condense things from 3 tubs into 2, and I'm not sure how well I'll do. And I need to do inventory because I added things that I haven't put onto my square yet. So last thing I want to talk about, and it's so frustrating and I don't know why. Like, I somewhat get it, but I don't get it. For the longest time, I had my Etsy shop connected to Square, and then when I started making sales from my Square app, because it was still connected to my Etsy's like, we see you've been doing a lot of activity lately, so we're gonna like withhold half of your earnings. I wasn't even making anything on Etsy to begin with besides like a couple of patterns, and like I sold 1 crop top, plus size crop top during the summer. And I haven't been doing well on Etsy, which is why I'm now trying markets. And they're like, because I've been making money from Square, they're like, well, we're going to hold half of your earnings. And I'm like, well, guess what I'm going to not do anymore? I'm not going to be on Etsy because that's ridiculous. I'm not making a lot of money to begin with. And all of a sudden I'm making a little bit of money. And they're like, huh. I don't know. So yeah, to wrap up this video, because I only thought of like what things I was going to talk about a little bit. I'm not comfortable doing like market videos like at the market itself, because I still don't feel comfortable doing too much recording in public. I'll take pictures. I've been on Instagram a little bit more because people are finding me and enjoying what I'm doing. So I'm actually posting on Instagram more and on TikTok, but I'm not like comfortable making a whole YouTube video while I'm out there at the market. But yeah, I'm excited. I have more markets besides the Saturday one. I have one coming up next month on October 26th, and then 2 in December 8th, and then the weekend after. I wasn't spacing things out, but after these next 2 markets, it's going to be Christmas, everything. And then, like things I could make for gifts, like hats and bags and things like that. So, yeah. I don't know how to end this video. So if you watch this all the way to the end, I appreciate you listening to my rambles. I really do. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye.